Welcome to the Next Generation Project Update. At the Genesis Recycling Facility, we receive, recycle and reuse construction and demolition waste. We take waste which looks like this and we turn it into products or materials suitable for reuse in building and landscaping. One of the advantages in servicing the construction and demolition industry is that we know what materials are in the mixed waste which comes to us. Despite the use of recycling technology unparalleled in Australia, there are still materials which are left over, which are too small, too mixed or too dirty to be recovered and reused. These materials are currently transported to landfill by a downhill conveyor and then via the chute. Similar residue delivered by other waste companies is also currently landfilled along with the chute residual waste. 2016 was reported by NASA as being the hottest planetary temperatures on record. This was attributed to a continuing accumulation of greenhouse gases, and in turn, this has been linked to human activity. Greenhouse gases are in part caused by the burning of coal to generate electricity and from landfills. In our earlier video, we depicted this with black balloons. We now have an opportunity to reduce our generation of greenhouse gases from both of these sources by safely unlocking the energy stored in that residual waste. We can use that residual waste material as fuel to generate electricity, and by doing so, reduce the amount of waste going to landfill, which as it decomposed would generate methane gas. Some of the residue waste fuel which we have just shown you can be delivered by truck, while an under-road culvert housing a conveyor can also directly transfer fuel from the Genesis facility. The residue waste fuel is first weighed, then constantly mixed and fed by conveyors to the combustion chambers, where it is burned at high temperatures and the heat used to form steam. All emptied trucks are also weighed as they leave the TNG facility, in order to precisely record the fuel which has been used. Inside the plant, the tipping hall is kept at negative air pressure and the fuel waste is tipped into a large concrete bunker. Burning the fuel waste at high temperatures under controlled conditions unlocks the energy. At this point, waste becomes fuel. It typically burns at 850 degrees Celsius for at least 2 seconds. This creates the heat to produce power. It turns water into superheated steam, which drives a high-pressure turbine to power an electric generator. Once the steam has done its job turning the turbines, it is condensed and returned to the boiler. All that's left from the combustion flow process is metal and ash. These are moved away on conveyor belts, and the metal is separated by magnets and collected for recycling. The ash is taken away for analysis and disposal at a licensed facility. The hot gases from the combustion process are treated to remove pollutants. Lime is used to absorb acid gases, activated carbon to fix combustion byproducts, and ammonia to remove oxides of nitrogen. Advanced filtering systems also capture the ash and small particles, which would otherwise go up the chimney. This plant has all of the environmental safeguards built into it from the very beginning. The safeguards which are absent from the old coal-fired power stations and even from the existing motorway tunnels here in Sydney. The level of emissions which will be generated by TNG are below the limits set out by all New South Wales, Australian and European directives, or are at level which are below detection limits. The operation is constantly monitored against the toughest environmental standards, and the plant will operate to a strict automated self-shutdown protocol. The New South Wales EPA will have 24/7 access to both the plant and the online monitoring data. This plant is 21st century technology. It has no cooling towers and it doesn't rely on being near a river, a lake or the ocean. Unlike other forms of electricity generation, it doesn't require stockpiles of coal or create unsightly slag heaps of residue. It perfectly suits the Australian landscape and the Australian environment. Our team at the Next Generation wants to answer your questions and endeavours to make sure everyone in the community has an understanding of this important and innovative project. Please email us at info@tngnewsouthwales.com.au for more information.